Hey, what is up, everybody? This is Stevie Breach coming to you here today. We are in the beginning of June of 2025, and we are the last Monday Night Raw, the go-home Raw to Money in the Bank. This review, honestly, is going to be just a little bit of everywhere. Tonight's edition of Monday Night Raw was honestly, it was pretty good. Very, very shocking end to Raw. El Grande Americano gets a win over AJ Styles and CM Punk. I didn't see that coming at all. I wonder what this means for CM Punk at the end of Monday Night Raw. It was a big fisticuffs brawl. We know that Seth Rollins is going to be involved in the Money in the Bank match. Braun Breaker, we've got, where was I going? I was trying to put this match together in my head. But we got Bronson Reed, we've got Braun Breaker all out there involved in a fight with Sami Zayn, Jey Uso, CM Punk, AJ Styles. There's a lot of good guys out there. But I was trying to put together, is there going to be some sort of a tag match added to Money in the Bank? I know that they really go with less matches on these pay-per-view cards for the WWE pay-per-views, but it honestly just feels, are they about to do a WWE pay-per-view? Like, are they giving CM Punk the weekend off? He's not going to be at Worlds Collide unless they have him as some sort of announcer. He's not booked in any match on the Money in the Bank card. We've got the 2 Money in the Bank matches. There's no World Heavyweight Championship match, although there's a World Heavyweight champ match booked for Monday with Gunther. That was a really big segment in the back where basically Sami Zayn and Jey Uso, they got beat up in a match against Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker. One hell of a match. It's basically a week away from a World Heavyweight Championship rematch from WrestleMania 41 with Gunther. Gunther came into the locker room as Jey was kind of icing himself down, licking his wounds a little bit, and just put his hands up like, hey, I'm not coming to fight you. I just came to talk, and sat down in the seat next to him and gave him some words of wisdom. Said that his reign as champion has lasted longer than he thought. It has been a better run than he thought it was going to be. But, next week, he's going to have to pay for taking that championship from Gunther, and him going out there and being friends with Sami Zayn and trying to fight Sami's fight is going to come back to hurt him. And he even guaranteed that if CM Punk gets into trouble, that Uso would go out there again because he is a guy that is going to have his friends back. He did it for Roman for all those years. Now he's doing it as a good guy, and anybody that he believes in, he's gonna go out there and help them out if they need help. And he got beat down yet once again by Braun, by Seth, by Bronson, and I'm having the hardest time with that team, Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker, because when I say Braun and then I go to say Bronson Reed, my mind stops me like, no, you just said Braun a second ago, you can't say Braun again. So I think that's the only negative. They wrestled a tag team match tonight that I was talking about, and when they came out, those guys are not Seth Rollins' muscle. Those guys looked like stars. They had one hell of a new entrance. They black out the arena. The white smoke comes out of the tunnel, and they emerge from the back almost as if they're single stars. One comes out, and then the other. That was huge. Bronson Reed, I thought, was a guy that deserved to find some way to the top, and I really believe now that he's not going to be the fall down guy in all of this. But like I said, we're going to be jumping around. We had Sami Zayn in the back getting talked to as he was icing himself down by Karrion Kross, saying that he's not a good guy and he needs to, let that rage out, basically. And They're really putting this in our mind. I really thought that he was going to win that Money in the Bank, and then he was going to turn on Jay. I don't know if he's going to turn on Jay. I don't know if he's going to turn on Punk. I don't know if he's going to turn on anybody else that's out there as a good guy, but something big is coming for Sami Zayn. It doesn't make sense for me for him to just join up with the Seth Rollins group and be the number 4 guy. The group might get bigger, but they've already sort of got 4 members. If you take it with Heyman as being one of them, is he's always going to be there. But this group of almost main eventers and Seth Rollins trying to take over Monday Night Raw, they can't turn themselves into the NWO with what a lot of people are sort of, pointing their fingers at them. And what I mean by that is we don't need a boss man. We don't need Mr. Wall Street. We don't need Vincent. We don't need somebody to take these losses. Because in my mind, Rollins, Bronson, and Braun, they're not taking losses that much. Like we saw tonight, with Rollins coming out and just, breaking up the match, causing a disqualification. They didn't take a loss, and they still look bigger and better than they've been. In my absence from WWE, when I was, in my year-long, getting back and getting ready for WrestleMania 41, I saw some of the women on the card, but there's still some women that I'm really not used to. 2 of them are on Monday Night Raw. One of them is Stephanie Vakir. I'm not even 100% sure if I'm saying that right. She won her match against Liv Morgan and Nile. She's now going to be in the Money in the Bank match. Right before her match, they did like a special promo, like this is who she is, and they talked about her growing up and her being from coming up through Lucha Libre and watching WWE and watching wrestling and it being her life. And I think she's winning. I honestly really think she's going to win Money in the Bank. I love the idea of Mommy in the Bank, and I know that Rhea Ripley, she got a promo, I believe, last week, and she talked about it. It was almost in the same light, but it didn't really, talk about her upbringing, like her parents and her being as a little kid. I don't know. Nobody else in there got one. The other one is, damn it. The girl who's going to be wrestling against Becky Lynch. I call her Bird Girl. I don't know. Is it Lyra Valkyrie? Something close to that. I don't know much about her. She's going to be having a match against Becky Lynch at Money in the Bank. They put the stipulation in there. It's going to be for the Intercontinental Championship. If Becky loses, she can never challenge Lyra Valkyrie for the Intercontinental Championship again. Becky had a promo where she said that Lyra cost her the tag titles. Wasn't it Becky, by beating up Lyra, that cost her the tag titles? And why were they going after the tag titles in the first place? Becky Lynch doesn't seem like somebody who wants to be fighting for the tag titles. Doesn't seem like she's somebody who wants to be fighting for the Intercontinental Women's Championship. I don't think Becky's winning this match. And I don't know. I'm not really big on saying it's not going to be good. It just doesn't work for me. It doesn't have me. It's just one. I'm going to pay attention. I'm going to be there. I'm not going to lay my head down and take a nap during this match. But it's just something I'm just really not looking forward to. It's not one of the big matches on my card. But Judgment Day got a win against the War Machines. JD McDonough and Finn Balor with help from Roxanne Perez. The newest member of the Judgment Day really seems like she's helping out. Even though Liv Morgan basically says that she knows what's going on, there was no mention of Carlito being there. And although at the early point of Raw, there was talk about, we want truth. Not one mention of Carlito, not one chant for Carlito. Carlito won a world title this weekend in Puerto Rico already. And he's not even all the way out of WWE yet. He's still got a few days on his contract, he said. So I don't know. I really thought they were just going to kind of let go of Judgment Day, but the team of Finn and JD, I like that team. Finn, I want to see as a single star. I'm not letting go of that. I still really want to see that. But then them getting a win there, that's awesome. Roxanne Perez in the Money in the Bank match. I'm wondering if Liv is going to have something to make sure she doesn't win. And then where do we go with the Judgment Day from there? And just keep on finding some way to sort of, progress along in there. After watching Raw, I think that Stephanie Vakira is going to win the women's Money in the Bank. I think that Seth Rollins is going to win the men's Money in the Bank. I think that the team of Cody Rhodes and Jey Uso are going to win their match against Cena, as well as Logan Paul. I think that Gunther, I don't know, because Rollins could take that championship off Jey just as fast. Even though I thought it was going to be Sami Zayn, maybe Sami cost Jey Uso the match somehow. I'm going to say that Jey Uso will beat Gunther on Raw, and then Seth Rollins will cash in his Money in the Bank. I don't see Rollins as a guy who's going to be carrying that briefcase around, honestly, for a long time. And I don't see Seth Rollins crossing paths with John Cena, who's going to be the champion, because you can't lose a championship in a tag team match because this isn't WCW. I don't know where I got that joke from. It's just some memory that came into my mind when basically Kevin Nash lost the WCW championship to Psycho Sid. Or he might have lost, I think he lost it to Macho Man. But I know it was Nash and somebody against Macho Man and Sid. And the tag, and I almost at the tag title. And the WCW championship was on the line. Whoever pinned whoever. Didn't even have to be Nash involved in pinning or being pinned. He would lose the title. They were just looking to change it. And it doesn't really make a lot of sense. But good edition of Raw. Hopefully I touched it. Hopefully I covered it all. 2.5 hour Raw. It's still light out. We're in summertime here in California. This is freaking awesome. I'm going to go in there, have some dinner, and go to bed, go to work tomorrow. Got a NWO video coming for you first thing in the morning. It's going to be talking about when Shawn Michaels joined the NWO in 2002. Peace out.